Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching WYTV. You're welcome to another edition of News Review on WYTV. And you know, I will do it on Wisdom Yard Television. This is where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. I'm not the only one in the studio. No, I'm in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rotimi Orilua.
You know, my name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. And you know, the sponsor for this show is Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Nokpa Abbas that produces Nokpa Abba Bitter, Abba Flusher, Abba Tonic, and Abba Powder. All these products are on point. If you try it, you will know what I'm talking about. All right, let me start with a Punch newspaper today. Rivers Assembly in crisis as Wike's loyalists move to impeach Fubara. 70 corpses, skeletons uncovered near Abia Cattle Market, Governor. 1,487 corps members to serve in Gombe State. Protesting workers shut Gombe Assembly. Then on Vanguard newspaper, chaos erupt River State. Autonomy. Oyo, Edo, Kano, Ogun, Ondo Assembly workers begin indefinite strike. Israel forces battle Hamas in Gaza as PM rejects ceasefire. Stop helping clients, punish landlords. Falana, Lagos Attorney General warns lawyers. Then on Daily Post newspaper, Fubara, Timi Frank urges Tinubu to sack Wike as minister. Akwa Ibom community raise alarm over sea enforcement, calls for shoreline protection. Monarch begs Southeast governors to rescue Igbo land from terrorism. Ijaw Group warns against impeachment of River Governor Fubara. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We're going on a short commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk more on some of the headlines. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Nokpa for management of power.
King Victor Nigeria Enterprises say make I give una this information. Una with the sell foodstuffs, with the sell noodles, with the sell oil. And one major distributor Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino, and so on and so forth. Vanilla that she sort of buy. You feed the collect market, they pay for them small. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ àtàwọn oníbàárà wa náà jẹ́rìí wípé King Victor Nigeria Enterprises tested and trusted kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ́. Ó yá make una dey come to shop 2 Awolowo Market Sagamu Ogun State. As una dey buy una market, our motto don tanda gidigba to carry una load go una doorstep. And we no dey put extra charges. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, fast and trusted.
You're welcome back again from that short commercial break. And you know, today the weather looks somehow to me, maybe because of what is going on in River State. I'm feeling. Since yesterday that I saw the video of the way they were being treating the governor of River State just like that, I felt somehow that where is the democracy? Where is the immunity?
Sidonje, it's a shame to the democracy in Nigeria. Because I believe the whole world is watching Nigeria. All this politics of fatherism, godfatherism should come to an end, should be stopped immediately. If a whole governor, the chief security of the state, could be maltreated that way yesterday, who else can be maltreated?
Well, let's go to the first headline of today, which is Stop Helping Clients, Punish Landlord. The Attorney General of Lagos State, Falana, warns lawyers. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana and the Lagos State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Lawal Pedro have warned lawyers to stop helping their clients punish landlords. The duo gave this warning at the advocacy program themed Building Collapse and Application of Punitive Laws in Lagos State. The program was organized by the Building Collapse Prevention Guide Ikeja chapter in collaboration with the Nigerian Bar Association Ikeja branch, Lagos State. The senior advocate of Nigeria appealed to lawyers to not assist clients in punishing landlords. He said, "I want to warn lawyers, do not assist clients to punish landlords. Somebody came to my office yesterday. He lost a case at the magistrate court and wanted to appeal. I asked him if he had been paying his rent, and he said he had not paid his rent for the past 2 years. So he wanted me to appeal for him, knowing that the case will go there. For us lawyers, we must be careful so that we are not agents of impunity." What they now do in Lagos, out of frustration, they go to Ministry of Environment to complain that the building would collapse and officials will not do their investigation, will now put some notice there, citing the building for demolition to the end that tenants can find their way. Some landlords also pay to have the roof of the house removed in order to chase away the tenants. I think Falana is right on this because...
He's making a very good point with what I'm seeing and based on the experience that I've been able to see. You see, when you look into the behavior of some of the tenants, it's nothing to write off. There are some tenants that when they move into your house, the first year rent will be given to you. If you ask them to pay 2 years rent, though it's not a good idea of telling your tenant to bring 2 years rent, with the economy of Nigeria. But some of the tenants can afford of giving you 2 years rent, believing that that is the end of the money you are going to collect from them. After the 2 years, they may end up spending another 8 years before you evacuate them from that house. And most of the lawyers that this case were being taken to, maybe because of the wickedness of the lawyer or the money they wanted to make from the client that is bringing them that job. At least the investigation needs to be done properly. When you at least when somebody brought a case to you that he want you to serve his landlord, that they should meet in court, you should be able to call the landlord and verify the case. There are some things we need to set to that won't even get to the court. Yes. But based on the money that you people are going to collect, you will not tell them the truth. You keep on pressing, keep on pushing them that you are going to win the case, you are going to win the case.
Is it taking cases to Ministry of Environment and then coming to the building? Once a tenant lodge a complaint that their building will collapse very soon, that they are feeling that this building is not strong enough. So they go to Ministry of Environment. The next thing the Ministry of Environment will do is just to go to that house and give the landlord ultimatum of, trying to renovate the house, or they should pack out of the house. And this will give the tenant at the end to leave the house without paying any kobo.
If they give the landlord a warning notice that the building should be repaired, it's better than telling the landlord that the building is going to be demolished right in the presence of the landlord, based on the wicked act of those tenants. I believe there is something we call karma. Karma is a must, and it will surely fight back when the time comes, because those tenants that are indulging themselves in such act, I don't believe if those tenants are praying that God should give them their own house, they wouldn't have been doing that, because one day when they build their own house, another tenant will do the same thing to them.
Well, still on the body of the news again, Falana furthermore to say it is important to get the approval of the Ministry of Physical Planning before doing anything to your house. Approval is essential because the adjustments you are carrying out may be dangerous to the community. Hence, you cannot dig a borehole or cut a tree in your compound without an approval. The Attorney General noted that the minute issues of a landlord and tenancy should not last more than 60 days in court. He said the tenant is not paying rent within that span, neither is he leaving the house, and they go to court and the matter ends up staying in court up to 5 years. How do we want to encourage investment? Now, this is a very good notion. You know, when a tenant drives landlord to the court, and the case is still there for a good 5 years, and the tenant is still in that house, telling the landlord that at least our case is still in the court, so you cannot drag me out.
Drag me out from the house.
Well, the Nigerian Bar Association and the Minister of Justice are going to collaborate to ensure we have the adequate laws written out so that everybody will be aware of what is required. Also, the Minister of Justice will look into ensuring that the reports of building collapse will be worked on. In addition, we will try as much as possible to address the issue of self-help that people usually resort to in recovery of rent, recovery of debt, and recovery of possession. And the reason is that the justice system is slow. Our objective is to ensure that cases in the state, in collaboration with the judiciary, will not last more than 24 months in court. Well, I think even 24 months is too much.
It's almost a year.
Yes, it's more than a year.
Why some cases will be taken to court? For instance, somebody who stole a cup of rice was given 7 years imprisonment. Without any adjournment. Immediately the person was taken to court, he was given 7 years imprisonment. Who stole a cup of rice? And somebody who has been stealing, that stole billions of naira in Nigeria, was discharged and acquitted. You see that?
Well, I feel 24 months is even too much for cases like house rent, house demolition, and all these kind of small cases. So what is the work of the lawyers if they cannot treat a case within a month or two?
That's why I say, for you to know the level of wickedness, the way we people are treating ourselves. For instance, now a landlord that gave you a shelter, though you pay for the service that is being rendered to the landlord, the landlord rendered to you, the person that gave you a shelter, I believe, no matter what the argument between, though there are some landlords also that are so wicked, to the extent in which every month they wouldn't mind and be telling you the house is going to be increased, the house rent will be increased. And they're not even thinking about the economy of Nigeria now. They will tell you the house they build with so amount of money, that you do know how much they sell bag of cement. Now, are you telling us, the landlord, are they telling us that it was the present price of cement
they use in building the house?
These are some of those things that make some of the tenants at times got mad.
Well, let me say this, building a house is an investment, yes, because some people use their life savings to build a house in the sense that they will be getting back something to live when they grow old. So them talking about the economy, bringing into the rent, it's too normal, but it's not like when they do it too much.
It's too much,
because even people that stays in the house will understand the fact that the economy is not balanced, and the landlord too will want to buy food, wants to do some other things.
That is why we advise all landlords to get a lawyer that is going to deal directly with your tenants. So save yourself from all this stress.
Yes, exactly.
How much do you want to pay the lawyer? Maybe it may be on a percentage or a commission, that when the house is being given out to this, the amount I'm going to collect, this is the social amount that is going to
some landlords, when they see tenants, when they need tenants in their house, because they need money. On the fast money, so they wouldn't have think about signing any document. They'll just ask you the agreement or commission is so.
That is why they too are facing the consequence. But to save you from those stress, you need to get a lawyer that's going to be in charge of that house, that will report directly to you. So if any landlord if any tenant is not abiding to the rules and regulations of the landlord, automatically you invite your lawyer to evict that person.
Well, let's move on to the next headline here. This is talking about the current havoc going on in River State and about Governor Fubara that happened yesterday at the House of Assembly that was being burnt down on Sunday, and the governor went there to cross-check what is going on there yesterday before they started shooting tear gas at the governor, a old chief security officer of River State, being pursued with water and tear gas from the State House of Assembly complex. Well, Timi Frank now urges Tinubu to sack Wike as minister, connecting the issue to what is going on in River State. Former Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressive Congress Party, APC, Timi Frank, has called on President Bola Tinubu to urgently sack the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, for allegedly masterminding a plot to impeach the governor of River State, Siminalayi Fubara.
You see, that act is unacceptable to the democracy of Nigeria. I said it the other time when we started this program. For a whole governor, the chief security of that state, to be shot directly, what are they trying to insinuate? What is the democracy? Who is the person giving them the order? If Wike have forgotten vividly, let us remind him. You could remember when Wike when they were doing the election in River State, Rotimi Amechi wanted to be the godfather Wike in politics then. I believe that the day of that election, I saw the video on Channels Television that Wike and Rotimi Amechi was right in the presence of the Commissioner of Police of that state, exchanging blows, exchanging words.
Imagine.
So Wike, I believe you are an high-profile man, a well-respected man. If you are not well-respected, how come would the president of the nation elect you to be the FCT minister? Please think about the position that you are holding. Don't spoil your reputation in Rivers State. You have done well. You have done well. You have done well in Rivers State. That makes the people of Rivers State voted the PDP into power. So don't allow the power that was given to PDP by the masses to be shifted to the other party. So please and please, it's better you curb this issue at the right time. So on the area of people saying that the new elected president should
impeach Wike,
impeach or to sack Wike from being the FCT minister. Well, I believe they all have their own point of view. That if you are the governor, the former governor of Rivers State, and you left and you wanted to bring trouble into Rivers State, based that you are working directly with the president, that is not going to be acceptable. It's not going to be acceptable. So my brother, I'm still begging and pleading on behalf of the people of Rivers State. You have done well. So please try to bring peace back into Rivers State.
Well, in a statement issued on Tuesday, Frank condemned the action of the police in tear gassing and pouring water on Fubara. If you check the video, you will see that of the fact that the governor was even walking with his bare foot, running out of the complex because of the way he was being maltreated by the Nigerian police force. He therefore called on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, to urgently remove the Commissioner of Police in Rivers State over the partisan action of his men against the elected governor of the state. Frank said, already Wike has started demolishing houses and revoking ownership of landed property in Abuja to anger Nigerians, caused Tinubu to be hated and portray the APC's administration as wicked and anti-people. By the time Tinubu will realize it will be too late because Wike would have destroyed the government to make way for him to contest the post of president in 2027. All Wike is after is governance. He has started preparation for 2027 presidency. So he is very desperate and he will do everything to please Tinubu, but at the same time, he is going to destroy the government if they do not call him to order. Well, I think this man, Timmy Frank, I don't know. You see, if you're, I'm just directing this to him because the way I see my president, which is President Bola Tinubu, is different from the way people are saying him. You see, Tinubu knows what he's doing for bringing Wike into his government.
The FCT minister.
Now, you're saying Wike is planning on, running for the post of president.
Yes, they may say that.
That has nothing to do with Tinubu.
They may say that. They may say that. You know, we are very closer to each other. I could remember vividly when Fayose was interviewed on Channels Television. He now said to Shewan Kimbaloye that when the President Obasanjo said he's not interested in the third time, that he can say that to all Nigerians, but he can't say it to him. So Okimbaloye now asked, do you know him? He said, do you know me? He said, inside house. So those people, I want to make point out of that words. So those people giving those allegations against Wike might have known Wike inside house before uttering that kind of statement to the whole nation.
What they can say is, countless times, but I know Tinubu very well. Tinubu is a man of his word. He doesn't care who you are or where you're coming from. He knows what he knows all the games that they can play. Wike is just like a boy to Tinubu. I know Wike is a very strong man when it comes to the Ohanes Day, the Igbo socio-cultural group and all.
That is a very strong man does not mean he should disrupt the peace in Rivers State, where he came from. Because I believe the president saw his work and the people that voted the APC, because Wike was in PDP and he was working against PDP based on his word, according to the arrangement that was defined by the National Working Committee of PDP. You understand what I'm saying? That exactly. You are there or you work directly with the president or you are very closer to the president does not mean you should pollute the peace that has been reigning in Rivers State, because whatsoever you do today will surely count tomorrow. Exactly.
Well, Frank still insisted that Wike's sack has become necessary to stop him from bringing Tinubu's government into disrepute and destroying the APC. He added, if Wike loves Tinubu and believes in his administration, let him officially join the APC and become a card-carrying member of the party. But he has refused to do so because he wants to destroy the APC to enable him contest for presidency in 2027. Using the platform of the People's Democratic Party, he has refused to defect to APC because of his evil agenda. Tinubu and APC should not be wary. They should urgently call on Wike to stop this madness in Rivers State. Otherwise, it will backfire.
That's what I've just said.
Well, this, to be frank, made a sense in this last paragraph, and I feel Tinubu and APC members, they really know how to curb this. And I want to ask this: why is it that Wike is not coming out to say, okay, I am officially?
He knows what he's doing. That is why he's not coming out. You know politicians with
I'm
their
officially
attitude.
with APC.
You know them very well. So if Wike is using this avenue to disrupt the peace of the River State, which means there's not going to be fear on him, because he's just the past governor of that state. If you could remember too, when Rotimi Amaechi was in PDP.
Exactly.
Before Baba Buhari was elected as the president
of Nigeria.
But for him to have an upper hand, what happened? Rotimi Amaechi had to defeat to APC, knowing that when he gets to APC, when he joined the APC, the old APC is going to join together. He was going to join him in fighting Wike, which they did. You could remember that he was trying to molest Wike, but based on Wike is a very strong man.
Exactly.
Strong man. That is why the room to molest me, Wike.
Well, I feel Fubara is now seeing Wike as a mentor, because Fubara being strong in his statement, I love it. It was very, what he was saying shows that he really loves the people of Rivers State, and he's ready to do anything to make sure peace reigns in that state.
Remember when he was elected as a president, as a governor of the state, during the day of his inauguration, what he said was that he is ready to work with his boss. The way he has transformed Rivers State, that he's ready to get some of those ideas from him, and he's ready to take to instruction. Maybe if you could, Nigerian politics, and what could have happened, what could have conspired, what could have happened in Rivers State that makes the peace of Rivers State being disrupted worse. Might be there is an hidden money somewhere that is supposed to be used for a project, and the guy, when Wike was telling him go and use the money for so, and maybe the guy is not abiding to what he's saying. That is why you are seeing all this.
Well, let's move on to the next headline, which is going to be the last for today. 70 corpses, skeletons uncovered near Abia Cattle Market. Governor Oti said this in a statement. Well, the Abia State Governor, Alex Oti, says 50 decomposing corpses, including 20 headless ones, as well as countless skeletons, were discovered by security operatives during a raid of the forest around the Lopanta Cattle Market in Umunelchi axis of Enugu Port Harcourt Way. According to the governor, it was also discovered that the cattle market was being used by kidnappers as ransom collection point. Oti made the revelation on Sunday during the second edition of his monthly media chat in Umuahia, the state capital. He vowed that no inch of the state landmass will be left to criminals, in line with the administration's commitment to protect the lives and property of residents and visitors to the state. He also insisted that the resolve of the state to make the cattle market a daily market was not targeted at any particular tribe in the country. Rather, it was aimed at revamping the security architecture of the market and its host community.
You see, this incident is quite unfortunate to what was discovered in that place. Thank God that those things were discovered. Do you know how long this evil act has been on in that area? Automatically, some of the market people that are there would not even come out to deny that they didn't know what is going on there.
Because of the smell.
Because of the smell. If they want to say it is the smell of the cow they kill, but I believe they sell cows there. In that place is not an abattoir. That when you buy your cow, you can slaughter it there and begin to. But with what is going on there, I sense some insensibility there. Because the chairman of the market should be held responsible for it. Should be.
But the market has been abandoned based on the fact that the market is a point for kidnappers. You know, that's where they get their ransom. And I feel people are no more using the market for any reason.
That should be the case. The governor in question knows what he's supposed to do. If that place, how did they come? How did they arrive? If not for the investigation that they have made underly to let them know, realize that that market was used as a point where kidnappers collect ransom from their victims.
Well, he also said that we have taken a stand to provide adequate security to Abia citizens and visitors because we know that the government can succeed in the face of insecurity. This government will not get involved in supporting criminals or allow them to occupy any part of the state. When we decided to occupy the Lopanta cattle market in the Umeneoshi local government area of the state, we discovered 50 dead bodies, 20 headless dead bodies, men, women, and children, and uncountable skeletons. We also discovered that ransoms paid to kidnappers were usually dropped close to the market.
So can you see that?
When are we going to, end this kidnapping of a thing in
in Nigeria? You see, Nigerian government too are not helping. Most of the when President Muhammadu Buhari was elected, do you know how many Boko Haram that was being captured? Telling us at the end of the day that they have repented, they want to launch them back into the Nigerian army. Once upon a killer is always a killer. What about when those people comes out to the Nigerian army and they begin to shoot all our army? I could remember when my daddy was at the war front during the civil war there in Imo State. He was there in Imo State. He said something that really baffles me. One of their commandants that took them to war was about to kill my father.
Wow.
If not for the intervention of another soldier that was coming. He said based that my father was a sharpshooter.
Wow.
That is why he wanted to kill him, one of their commander. So if that could happen, how much more? Somebody who was once a killer from the Boko Haram sector that was being launched into the Nigerian army. Not until Nigerian government begin to see this. Now, if the judgment has come that any Boko Haram that is being captured should be killed, I believe things would have been changed.
Well, meanwhile, the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Indigo Worldwide, appealed to the northern leadership in the cattle market to cooperate with Governor Oti to fish out the criminal elements and that dent the image of the genuine traders amongst them. Speaking with one of our correspondents, Ohaneze National Publicity Secretary, Dr. Alex Ogbonia, dismissed the report that OT had displaced northerners from the Umeochi cattle market. Now, let me say this. They do say it's all these cattle herdsmen, Fulani herdsmen, cattle sellers that do kidnap people and, But do you actually know some people from that state, the indigenous of that state, can actually dress like all these Fulani men and be in the act of
letting
kidnapping.
people, diverting the attention of people that, yes, we have many of them like that. We have many, what happened in Ekiti state where some set of kidnapping were apprehended. Out of 5 of them, 1 was only Fulani. Why the rest are from that Ekiti state there?
Imagine.
They are Yorubas from that Ekiti state. Only 1 Fulani was
So I just want Governor Oti to make sure the security is tight in that area because not only there, the whole of Abia State, because some of the citizens of Abia State could actually work hand in hand with the herdsmen to start the kidnapping business and all. All right, this is where we are going to be ending it today on this review. Don't forget that the sponsor for this show is Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. And big shout out to the CEO of Wisdomia Nigeria Limited, talking about Omoba Anua Adeleke Oshin. God bless you, sir, for always being there for us. And thank you so much, Ambassador Rilua Rotimi, for always joining me on the show. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji. We see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.